fathers having equal rights. Okay. I want to talk about fathers having equal rights because until the day you go to court and the court determines otherwise, y'all have the same right to the child, mother and father. Okay. So, in a situation where there's a woman claiming the man won't let her see her own child, that man is wrong. In this situation, Haley Bailey not letting DDG see his child is wrong. All right? It's just wrong. They have equal rights under the law till a judge says otherwise. Period. Dot. They went 50-50 on that baby. That's what it is. That baby is 50% DDG, 50% Haley Bailey. That is a fact. That's a hard fact. It's unrefutable. Now, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. Because I see people online saying, oh, well, she's sick. All right, she came out. She said she's sick and the baby's sick. Well, why would you want to keep the baby around you while you're sick? That does not help the baby get better. The only scenario where you being sick around your baby and your baby also being sick helps the child if you're still breastfeeding. If you are still breastfeeding that baby, that makes sense. Because the antibodies that you develop will be in your breast milk, and thus the baby will consume the said antibodies, and it would help make the baby get better. Period. Dot. It will. But other than that, it does not help the child. Okay, the virus is mutating in the child and it's mutating in you, and it's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It would actually be advantageous for you and the baby if the father that's not sick and is right now on healthy immune system takes the child and takes care of said child. If he is available and can do it, he should do it. That is a fact. Whether you like it or not, those are medical facts. That's what it is. Now, let's go over, okay? Now that I got that established, and that is the simplest of stuff. Let's go over reasons why to keep your child away from the other parent. Valid reasons. Valid reason number 1. The if you have a propensity to violence, okay. Now, what I mean by propensity and when I mean propensity and proximity to violence, here's what I mean. I mean it like this. All right. If you are a male, you're a dude, you're the father, and you have, because we just had that incident happen where that rapper got shot up at the car wash and his baby got killed too. If you got ops in the streets, you got ops, sir, leave that child at home or don't be outside with the child. If you got ops, if you got people wanting to run down on you and kill you, leave that child at home. That is a valid reason for a mother of a child to not let you see her child. If, in that situation, if you got ops, you should not be running around with your kids too. That's not going to help you. That's not going to save you. They're going to see you before they're able to even see them kids, and they're going to shoot at the vehicle. And unfortunately, in his case, his daughter died with him. That's not okay. You being selfish and putting your children in harm's way instead of getting either out of that life, stopping beefing with people, it's not worth it for you. You are a father. It's not worth it for you. Same with mothers that be running around here being ratchet, fighting everybody and anybody, and that's not exclusive to black people. That's all women. There's a subsection of ratchet women in the United States of America. Period. That just be fighting white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. They have a propensity for violence because they're idiots. Most people that fight all the time, they're just dumb. That's just what it is. And with that being said, that fighting, right? They shouldn't have their children around because why? When you're in a fight, Violence is normally just you and that other person. However, somebody could easily go to the trunk. They pop the trunk or they open their purse and they pull out a gun, they get to firing. Your kids are now in harm's way. No, negative, negative. Now, reason number two, excessive drug use or uncontrolled drug use. All right? That's not good to be around children. Hell, smoking cigarettes too. That's not good to be doing around children. You're setting your child up for lung cancer. That is a valid reason to not let somebody be around your child. That's valid. Drug use. You don't want them to become a druggie or see that as something that's an option for them. Valid. I'll give you an example. I used to drive Lyft. I picked up a guy, right? I picked up a young kid, like a guy. He was a young kid. He was like 18, 19, right? Everybody from his father all the way down to his 14-year-old little sister, because he had an older sister too. He's a middle child. They all did cocaine. All of them did cocaine. Why were they able to do cocaine? Because in the basement, this young man told me that's where they keep the drugs. He tried to get me to come in there and hang out with them because I seem really cool. I'm like, why would I hang out with you? You do cocaine. I don't want cocaine in my life. I don't want hard drugs around me or my life. No. And it just sounds a horrible household because you got the children, you know what I'm saying? You got that child going through it, bro. The little kid, the 14-year-old. Like, she wouldn't be a cokehead if there was no coke in the house. I'm 30, I'm 30, 33, about to be 34 next month. Where the fuck do you get coke? I still don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to even procure said item. How do you do that? Now, that is a valid reason. Alcoholic, valid reason. Okay? If you cannot control yourself, if you cannot control your addiction, sir, that is a valid reason for you to not see your child. Get yourself to fucking together. A troubled partner, okay? If you have a new partner, all right? This goes for women and men. You have a troubled partner. When I mean troubled, I mean this person has propensity for violence, or they're a weirdo and they might touch or harm the child in some weird, any shape or form or fashion. That you got to let them go. You got to let that go. They can't be, you can't be around you. And if you want them around you, that's fine. The child is leaving with the other parent. That's how it should go. Period. Dot. Full stop. Full stop. You, as the parent, you are 110% responsible for what happens to your child when you bring weird individuals around. Period. Dot. Because you're the adult in the room. The kid don't know no better. The kid don't know who right and who wrong. Now, eventually, the kids get old enough and they go, I don't know, like so and so that's kind of weird, but I mean, he kind of my dad and he's kind of funny and da 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 da, and they get to making excuses for them the same way you did. So you're like, if the kid's saying something wrong, they would have said something. They're making the same excuses you are for being with them. Stop it. Stop it. Get rid of those troublesome people. That's it. Now, another one is, unfortunately, I hate saying this, but like economic hardship. If you are in a situation where you can take care of yourself, you also cannot take care of your child. Let the child go be with the parent that can take care of them correctly till you get yourself together. If you had more time, you could invest in yourself and get right. And then y'all can go back to a nice 50-50 or whatever arrangement y'all had. And that's if you have a parent that wants to be there. Like I'm talking, this whole preface is based around men and women that want to be in their child's life but don't want to be with each other. These are common sense. These are common sense, like things, steps. like thinking. And I just gave like just some rough examples. I hope this is understood. I hope this reaches people in a positive and good way. I hope DDG and Halle Bailey are able to figure out their situation, because getting the courts involved, and this is my final point. My final point here. Getting the courts involved, as and I have to be like this, of like for black people, makes no sense. They have no place in the family. The government has historically, systemically not been on our side. On our side, wow, on our side, not been for our good. It is in our best interest to not get them involved, to figure it out amongst ourselves. It is in our best interest. Period. Dot. If both parties want to be active in the child's life, it is in our best interest to figure it out. Okay? Okay? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking in the comment section down below.